Finances and No Spend November with Kathy Pfeffer-Hahn. Finances and, in conjunction with my company, Capital Coaching, helps people achieve their financial goals through personal, tailored, and attentive financial coaching services. Together, we create a successful financial plan by examining your spending and saving habits, then guiding and educating you to your own personal success. The coaching services include evaluation of your spending plan, budgeting for your savings, financing your retirement, examining your insurance needs, and planning for your individual goals. Please contact me at capitalcoaching.net to make an appointment for a free consultation. Have you heard of No Spend November? The idea is that you commit to not buying anything in the month that's not an essential item. Essential items would include mortgage or rent, utilities, basic groceries, and other debt. It's not meant for you to skip payments that you owe, just not to incur more debt. This can be a great way to increase your savings, build your emergency fund, increase the amount that you put towards your retirement plans, or just have more money to invest. The reasons why you should do it are obvious. The how on earth do I do it, though, is trickier. But I have some ideas for you. And if you use Mint for your budgeting app, they have a no-spend challenge that you can join. To start with, I know that Thanksgiving and Black Friday both happen in November, but you could take a good look at the food you provide and choose to cut out those things that really are just a tradition, but no one seems to eat. Evaluate what's important and decide why you have it, or ask others to provide more if they're joining you. Letting others know what you're doing builds accountability and may encourage them to join you as well. It's easier to accomplish tasks when you have someone to do it with you, when you have someone to look to for support, assistance, or to celebrate small victories. If you've been planning to buy gifts on Black Friday and don't want to, or feel that you can't give it up, then make a dollar amount cap of what you'll spend and keep to it. This is true for really any holiday spending at any time. Set a budget for each category of giving, and then don't exceed it. The author of Atomic Habits, James Clear, writes that to make changes to a bad habit, you'll need to take steps to make it harder to achieve. If you have your credit card in your iPhone or linked to sites that you're already shopping on, delete it for the month of November, so that if you have to buy something, it's an action that you have to take, not the click of a button. If you've memorized your card numbers, maybe cancel them and get new ones sent. By creating a barrier to spending, you'll increase your chance of success. But you don't want to cancel those credit cards. Keeping those accounts means that you'll still be able to increase your credit score because the longer you have a card, the better, and you can always use it in an emergency. How will you be able to keep from spending? First, let everyone in the household know what you're doing and why. Kids can be easily excited by explaining what you're trying to achieve and then telling them how you plan to do it. Maybe you're trying to save for a vacation. Spend time explaining where you might go and what you would do when you're there. Then explain how much it's going to cost and all the ways that you're hoping to afford it through No Spend November. Ask them for ideas for what they can do to help and make a list that you both can add to. The more buy-in you get from them, the easier your month will go. There's no right or wrong way to do this No Spend November. Be creative. You get to decide what to cut and what you deem essential. Of course, the more you don't spend your money on, the more you'll have for yourself later. Interest rates are rising, so the more you have in your savings account, the more it will grow passively. So what are some tips to make this endeavor succeed? For starters, what's your goal for the money? Write it down. Journaling or creating a vision board will help keep your eye on the why for yourself. Assigning the saved money a job or an account to fund is a great way to put your money to work, and you get immediate gratification in making your money build your wealth. Track what you do spend as you're doing it so that it's a bit more work for you. Consider paying off a bill or two now if the balance is low enough so that you won't have to spend any money on it ever again. Unsubscribe from favorite spending site emails. You can always resubscribe and maybe get that 10% off coupon again in December. Or you might find that the temptation to spend at Target, Costco, or Etsy goes away when you're not getting their reminder emails. You can also throw away sale flyers that show up in your mailboxes in November. However, you might want to carefully go through the grocery ads and really plan out what you're going to spend your money on for food. Another food idea is to really prioritize the food you already have in the freezer and clear it out. Be creative. Try new recipes in the process. Of course, meal planning, making lots of meals each time you make one, or spending a day making the coming week's food, and will help keep you at home and not going out to eat. You can find out more information with great tips on our meal planning episode number 50. You can also Google the ingredients that you have on hand and try some new creative recipes. By deleting shopping apps and favorited websites, you'll be adding one more step to make spending less tempting. Of course, you can always add them back in December, but maybe you'll find that you don't want to. The unexpected may occur, but if something does pop up that can wait to replace things that break or fix things that you've been putting off. However, the reality is that if it can't wait, then it falls into that essential category by default. Maybe consider starting a side hustle now and even earn while you're saving. There is some good news here, though. Gift cards don't count. In other words, when you feel like you need to spend, pull out a gift card you already have and know that you're still able to keep on track. Make sure that you use free resources around you. Do you have a library card? Books, ebooks, and audiobooks are all free. YouTube can offer ideas to start or restart your love of a do-it-yourself project and crafts. Even if you can't buy new products, they'll help you think about what you do have and what will keep you busy. Museums and parks are also often free. Kayaking, frisbee golf, shooting hoops, they're all options if you have the equipment or is equipment that you can easily borrow. Are there things in your yard that need doing? Maybe painting with colors you already have can finally get done. Deep cleaning with homemade cleaners, although not an exciting activity, can certainly keep you busy at no cost. Invite others over and play games, indoors or out, and enjoy their company. Use those hotel toiletries you've collected and the dental samples to help keep you from spending money on those items. Keep in mind that stocking up ahead of November defeats the purpose, and that's money that you can't put to work for you. Consider what you can delay purchasing, even if it's essential. By making it a game, then you can see how much you save. You win both ways. The more you don't spend gets you closer to your bigger goal, and at the end of the month, you can calculate your savings. What did you avoid or put off? Did you actually need it after all? If you really can't do it for a month, then consider 2 weeks. And at the end of 2 weeks, you may find that you really can last the whole month after all. Geico has a no-spend month success planner with an idea a day to keep you on track. Some of those I've mentioned here, but there are so many great tips. I'll link it in the show notes. Finding motivation to make your financial goals come true can be challenging. Find friends that support your goals and maybe even make achieving them easier and more enjoyable. Of course, right here at Finances And, we can help as well. This is Kathy Pfeffer-Hahn. Thanks for listening to Finances And No Spend November. I know you chose to listen and I'm grateful. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow or subscribe for free in your podcast provider and share your favorite episode with a friend. I'd love you to leave a review because it brings financial education to others and helps people find me more easily. Also, be sure and let me know what questions you'd like answered or any topics you'd like covered by going to the website at Finances and leaving a message. You can also contact Capital Coaching for your personal financial needs at capitalcoaching.net. Finances And does not provide tax or legal advice, and nothing in this podcast is to be construed as such. Always consult a tax, accounting, or legal professional for advice on your specific situation. Remember, I went to school, so you don't have to.